Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you could restart Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I'm sure a lot of us have been thinking about restarting our islands, making something new. With Animal Crossing New Horizons, obviously you can't have 2 islands unless you get another Switch. So it's really difficult, and a lot of us are probably, maybe we get a bit fed up with our island. Maybe it's the scenery, maybe it's the lack of things to do if we've already played so much. So I'm going to go over 5 reasons why you could restart your island. Now before I say this, of course, I'm not encouraging anyone to restart. I'm just going over some ways that it could be good. And of course, it's up to you at the end of the day whether you want to restart your game or not. I just think that for a lot of people who are bored, maybe this could be some good advice. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to leave a like, show support, and let's get straight into it. In at number 1, we have the scenery. So a lot of us have probably decorated our island to the brim, basically we've decorated every corner, we've done so much of it, and of course this may not apply to everyone, not everything on this list will apply to every player, but for a lot of us, definitely we've decorated our island so much, and we've been so fancy with it. So, if you restarted your island, you could go back to square one. You could have your island be completely fresh again, completely empty, no scenery at all, and you could decorate it however you wanted. You could choose whatever type of theme you wanted with your new island. For example, maybe you could make a Zen island now, maybe you can make a fairy tale island now. You could completely change it up and have a completely different style of item this time around, which would be pretty cool, to be honest, because I feel like the change of scenery is one of the most important things in New Horizons, especially when the game is so much about actually decorating and creating a sort of island from scratch. So having a fresh start, a clean slate for your island would be pretty cool, to be honest with you, and definitely one of those things that I would like a lot. In at number 2, we have all of the Nook Mile goals. Now, by now, you've probably completed quite a lot of the Nook Mile goals, and once you've completed those, you can't complete them again, obviously. You can't keep going through them. So if you restarted, you would have the ability to go through and complete all of your achievements again. I mean, there are literally so many in Animal Crossing New Horizons that you could spend a whole ton of time doing this, which would actually be quite fun, to be honest with you. Some of them are quite difficult as well, so you could challenge yourself again to go through and try and complete all of them. Maybe you didn't get to complete all of them in your previous save file, so this time you could set a goal for yourself to literally go through and complete every single Nook Mile goal, and I definitely think that would be a pretty cool idea. It would just give you something extra to do in the game, which would be a lot of fun. And as I've spoken about before, the achievements in Animal Crossing New Horizons can actually be quite challenging at times, so it would be pretty cool to go through and go after some of the ones maybe you struggled with before. In at number 3, we have your villages. Now, your villages are of course some of the most important things in Animal Crossing in general. Your villagers are the people you're going to see every single day around your island. So maybe it could be a good idea to restart so you can get new villagers. You can see who you meet this time instead. Of course, this one you can actually change up. You can, of course, go to the mystery islands and get new villagers. You can get them via the campsite, amiibo cards. But it might be fun just to see who you randomly get in your new save file. I mean, there's so much potential. Maybe you could go for a different theme this time. Maybe you could do an all-cat island. Maybe you could do an all-dog island. You'd have so many options to choose from. There are so many villages in Animal Crossing. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to change them up. For example, back in Animal Crossing New Leaf Days, I actually had an all-cat town, and that's because I restarted. I restarted with that goal, and I actually enjoyed that a lot. It gave me something kind of to do, like my own kind of goal, because I was having to go through the game and try and find all kinds of different cats. Of course, this time around you could maybe try and pick villages that you usually wouldn't, maybe villages that you usually find kind of not so appealing, or villages you never would even think twice about. Maybe you could have them move onto your island this time around. I mean, there's so much potential. There's I know there's over 100 villages, it might even be 200, I really don't remember the exact number, fake Animal Crossing fan here, but either way, I do think that getting new villagers is one of the most refreshing things in the game, because to be honest with you, the villagers do tend to say the same things again and again. It can get quite repetitive, so to have new ones around would definitely be a pretty good idea. And maybe you could do what I did and even try and get all of the new villagers like Audi, Sid, Sherb, etc. That would actually be a pretty fun goal, and it took me a long time, but I did actually do it, so I had all of those at one point, which was cool. In at number 4, we have your home. Now, I feel like a lot of us actually forget about our home in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you know? Because the game is so centered around decorating your actual island and decorating the outdoors, doing terraforming, putting down pathways, I feel like a lot of us forget about our home, and we forget that we can actually decorate it and expand it a lot. Once you've expanded your home, you can't really do too much. You can change the exterior a little bit, but that's pretty much it. So I think it'd be really fun if you could go through that experience of upgrading your home again. Maybe this time you could take it a bit slower. Maybe if you took it slower the first time, you could go a bit faster with it this time. And there'd be definitely a lot of potential to decorate your home. You could honestly do so much of it. You could maybe change the whole theme on the inside. You know, whatever you went for before, you could go for something totally different. Maybe you could get something that actually matches the inside of your matches the theme of your island, I should say. So really there is a lot of potential for decoration here, and you know, maybe this time around you could focus on your home more if you didn't previously, so that would be a lot of fun. Finally, in at number 5, we have catching all of the different bugs and fish again. Now, for some of you this may not seem fun, but for me, I absolutely love catching all of the bugs and fish in Animal Crossing. I definitely think it's one of the most fun goals you can go for, so I would really enjoy doing that again. You know, it can take a long time, but it's one of those goals that just feels really exciting to me to go through and catch all of the different ones. And of course, then you get to fill up your museum again. You get to see your museum slowly go from nothing to this bustling metropolis full of bugs and fish. And of course, you can do the same for diving creatures too. This screenshot I'm using here is actually quite old because it doesn't show the diving creatures. But yes, you can go through and catch all the diving creatures again. You can go diving again, which is a lot of fun. And you know, it just gives you that extra thing to do. There's so much to find in this game, so many different ways to find them as well, because oftentimes you have to go to different places to find different things, like the pier, and all the different seasons as well. So if you restart, you would start off in a different season, obviously, than the one you started playing in. So it'd give you a new perspective when it comes to catching all of the different bugs and fish. I feel like when we start up our Animal Crossing games, we tend to go on a big spree of that, so could definitely be a lot of fun. I'd love for you guys to tell me in the comments section down below, what reasons do you think there could be for restarting? Have you ever restarted your game, and will you ever consider restarting your game in Animal Crossing New Horizons? I would love to know. I want to give a big thanks to my channel members, the Bob's Gang, for supporting this channel. If you want to become a channel member, click the join button down below the video to learn more. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and you can also subscribe for more Animal Crossing content. Be sure to turn on channel notifications for more videos, and you can check out 2 videos on the right side as well. You can also check out my links in the description, and thank you guys for watching this video.